You may have been watching the news in recent days related to the 100-meter freestyle champion in the Olympics, a Chinese guy, and the dope-related accusations which have been going on. This is the headline from one Olympic gold medal win, not human possibly, an Australian coach says. Now, I sort of go with the professionals, who've been in swimming for years and years and years. They've got a good track record, and when he says something, it's most possibly likely going to be true. And this is his quote here. You don't beat those guys by 1/4 body length in 100 meters freestyle. It's not humanly possible. Okay, so don't sell it to me. Don't shove it down my throat. It's not real. This is a professional, but lots of the comeback from Chinese state media and from some people who say, I'm not with state media, and have their own Twitter account when they are Chinese state media, have said things like this. Let's have a look.
We need to talk about how unfair some Western athletes have treated the Chinese team at the Olympics. You all know that Chinese swimmer Zhanle won the 100-meter freestyle gold and broke the world's record, right? And his record-breaking victory have caused so many Western teams to have a mental breakdown. The Australian team's coach described Pan's victory as humanly impossible.
It's not humanly possible to beat that field by a body length.
And many people like him in the West have jumped to the conclusion that he's doped without providing any evidence. And you know what? Chinese swimmers are the most tested athletes. They've been tested on average 21 times since January the 1st of this year. And that number is 4 times higher than their US counterpart.
Again, who are you going to believe? Someone who's a professional, trainer, coach, been swimming all his life and knows what feasibly is possible and impossible, or some people who just are told what to do related to this incident? Say this, do that. Like this guy here, Victor Gao, his name is. We have showed him before. Couldn't say anything bad, which Chairman Mao, no, the other person, Chairman Xi Jinping, has done anything, 2 things bad. He sort of like went on to a different thing. That's on another video. The chair professor at a university, vice president of the Center for China and Globalization, this is what he had to say.
The highlight of the ongoing Paris Olympics. On the one hand, the Chinese swimming athletes have performed outstandingly, especially involving Mr. Pan Zhanle. On the other hand, the United States has increasingly raised an accusing finger at the Chinese swimming athletes, pointing to the possibility of anti-doping violations. Now, this is against the overall background that the Chinese swimming athletes have been tested extremely frequently, and more frequently than possibly any other swimmers from any of the countries by WADA. And WADA has made it very clear that the testing requirements against the Chinese athletes are completely in line with the WADA regulation, and there is no positive finding against any of the tested Chinese athletes. However, I think the accusation by the United States and to a lesser extent by Australia in particular have been constant theme throughout this Paris Olympics, raising the overall specter of continued persecution, not only by WADA. WADA has taken its position about complete compliance by the Chinese athletes with the WADA regulations, but by FBI against the Chinese swimmers and further against WADA itself. This is really weaponizing sports. It's weaponizing swimming events by the Olympics, and also politicizing the Olympic itself. And the United States even threatened to go through the US Congress to suspend the financial contribution to WADA, which actually is only several millions of US dollars, as if, for example, by withdrawing the US support for WADA, they can really force WADA to break its own rules.
And this was broadcast on Global News, which is a Chinese affiliated state media outlet. And also, if we go to another Chinese TV outlet, CGTN, they spoke to some athletes in the Paris Olympics and chose the ones who actually agreed with the Communist Party POV, point of view.
So I reckon the independent umpire's probably done it well. He's gone through and thoroughly investigated everything. And if the Chinese say they haven't done anything and the anti-doping agency reckons they haven't done anything, I don't think there's any reason for the Australians to suspect any foul play going on here. I reckon, yeah, it's a bit baseless.
So here's the question. Do you think he was doing a little bit of the old doping and he got caught and then denied the whole situation? Of course you deny it if you are going to do it, and his government supported him. There's all these drug testing agencies like WAPA. I haven't followed it, but it feels like it's sort of like a national push into there to make sure it isn't. Now, any country may do the same. Some countries will admit, sorry, I did it, my bad, hands down, I got caught. They are shamed, and then they continue with their life. What do you think? What's your point of view? Tell me where you're from, and do you agree? If there's anyone in China, please put a point of view in, but don't call me the usual kind of comments that you would get. You do a personal insult rather than doing a constructive criticism. I'm just showing you what is out there in some of the news outlets. It's not a total thing, but I'm showing you what the Chinese government has said, what some Chinese state media outlets have said as well. It's all food for thought. Now, something coming to my channel a little bit later. I was thinking of doing this. My ex-girlfriend worked for the CCP, well, a state-owned company, and how life was like for that. This is a long time ago, but I do remember some of the stories. That's it. Like, share, subscribe, and give me all your money right now. Links are in the description below. Bye-bye for now. Cheers. So you may have been watching the news related to the Olympic gold medal win, not humanly possible, a Australian coach says. This is a Chinese, no, a Chinese, I would do it again.